So this is how a trademarking game of chicken looks like. I'm Andrei Mincov, the founder of Trademark Factory, and in this video I'm going to share my thoughts about yet another trademarking screw-up. This time around, it's about Ikea going after an Australian woman who started a business under Stylkea name. Alright, let me start by reading from the article, and you can always find the link in the description below. When Kylie Hughes received a cease and desist letter from Ikea's lawyers in December of 2017, it was a little bit like getting a letter from a pop star you're in love with. There were two reactions, said the Gold Coast mom, founder of successful Ikea hack business Stylkea, a line of stick-on panels used to jazz up flat pick furniture. So she refers to her business as Ikea hack. That's important. There was that. Oh my God, he noticed me. But then, hang on. Why are they picking on Stylkea when there are so many other companies with Kia in the name? That's why I decided to stand my ground. Miss Hughes, 46, had launched her side hustle in July of that year. She lodged a trademark application with IP Australia in September, and pretty soon, Ikea came knocking. Well, duh. Lawyers for Ikea told Miss Hughes she was infringing our client's Australian registered trademarks for Ikea and engaging in misleading or deceptive conduct and passing off. Our client has recently become aware of your business Stylkea, which sells decorative embellishments such as stickers and handles to attach to genuine Ikea furniture, the letter said. Our client is also aware that you have recently applied for registration of the trademark Stylkea with IP Australia. Now, how did they find out? Well, they use a service similar to what we offer as Trademark Watch. They monitor who's filing trademarks similar to theirs, probably all jurisdictions out there. And if they see something similar, they go after them with letters like that, or they wait to see if the trademarks office kicks them out first. But the only way for you to oppose somebody else's application in time for the short window that you get with oppositions is to have such a service. And if you don't, the chances of you finding out that somebody's trying to trademark a brand similar to yours are slim and none. All right, let me go back. While Ikea does not object to the nature of your business, it was concerned that consumers may be misled into thinking that our client is in some way affiliated with your company or endorses your products and services, the letter said. It added that our client is not requesting that you close down your business or change the products that you sell, but rather remove the term Ikea and Kia from your business name and make some minor changes to the way our clients' Ikea trademarks and products are referred to on your website. So Ikea, all they're doing is they're trying to protect their own integrity, their own brand, and make sure that everyone understands that Stylkea's business has nothing to do with Ikea, even though it's meant to sell products that complement and maybe enhance Ikea products. So she says, their initial letters were asking me to withdraw my trademark application and choose a business name and domain that didn't have Kia in it, Ms. Hughes said. They asked me to deregister the domain and cancel my business name. They said, here's a solution. We'll pay you $82 to register a new business name and $23 to register a new domain name. So they were offering me $105. I wrote back and said, I'm not going to do that. At the time, I already had 17,000 social media followers. Ms. Hughes felt confident in her position, saying she had done a lot of due diligence and found businesses all over the world that use the Kia suffix. Now, that's not due diligence. Hello? Knowing that somebody else infringes on somebody else's mark is not due diligence. Just because somebody else infringes and even gets away with it does not give you any rights to do it yourself. Don't call it due diligence. right? If no other Kia companies existed, I think there would be a reason for them to put the heavy word on. But the fact is, there's a booming ecosystem based around IKEA and IKEA products, she says. In the Netherlands, there's MyKia. They do reps for IKEA furniture. There's a delivery service in America called Mama Kia. In the UK, there's Stylkea. They do fronts for IKEA kitchens. Then, what you find is the Kia suffix has been genericized. No, it hasn't. Just because a few companies use the name, and by the way, none of them in Australia. So, trademarks are done on a per country basis. Even if we assume for a second that MyKia in the Netherlands somehow limited the rights of IKEA to enforce their brand against others, what does it have to do with Australia? Nothing. Nothing. So let's keep going. There's a tobacco paraphernalia store in the US called Stylkea. I felt confident there were lots of precedents. None of this is precedent, and Stylkea is not necessarily a play on IKEA. Lawyers for IKEA hit back that we can assure you that our client has taken action against many other businesses in Australia and elsewhere for misuse of the IKEA trademarks. Of course they have. We thank you for notifying us of the Kia businesses in your letter, which we have forwarded on to our client for their action, they said. So exactly, they say, well, we didn't know. Thank you for telling us. Thank you for sharing. We'll go after them as well. But whether we do or we don't, and whether we're successful or not, will have nothing to do with what we're going to do about you. So, IP Australia apparently agreed with misuse, however, approving her trademark in early 2018, which is why they had to oppose. Her business name registration with the Australian Securities and Investments Commission was also approved. Well, that's not a big deal. I always say that registering a name with a company register, the corporate register, is totally different from trademarks. As long as no other companies exist with a similar name, you will be registered, you'll be able to incorporate, and you can't really use that as a good argument. IKEA has now exercised its right to appeal the trademark with IP Australia, a process that could take anywhere up to 18 months. Ms. Hughes has opted to represent herself, saying that she can't afford the $10,000 she would need to pay a lawyer for a defense. I couldn't afford a proper legal defense and also having to rebrand the business if I lose, she says. So we decided I would defend myself and I have faith in the system. Okay, so she doesn't hire lawyers because she doesn't have the money to pay them. She doesn't have any money to rebrand. So why is she fighting this? We're gonna go through her strategies in a moment, but let me finish reading first. In the meantime, it will be business as usual. We're turning over $5,000 a month. The business is profitable. We ship all around the world and manufacture locally in Australia, she says. It's a great, growing little business. She added she felt like I'm meant to be intimidated, and I'm not. Or maybe you should. Well, it's not about you being intimidated. It's about you properly assessing your chances of success, and that's totally different. I've been in business for long enough to know I am being naive, and I don't believe I was naive in choosing that name, she says. It was well researched, but it is a cautionary tale that you can do your due diligence and still be intimidated. You did not do your due diligence! Just because you found other companies doesn't mean anything. A spokeswoman for Inter IKEA Systems BV said the company did not comment on any ongoing cases. In general, as the worldwide franchisor and owner of the IKEA concept, it is very important for us to protect the intellectual property rights associated with the IKEA brand, she says. Of course, because the brand really is the most valuable part of IKEA's business. It's definitely not the stuff that they sell. Especially on the franchisor side, because franchisees don't buy desks and flatbeds that somebody would assemble into the actual furniture. What they buy is the IP to open their own store under Ikea brand. And if Ikea brand is compromised, then the franchisor's ability to license it and franchise it out go down. And that's what Ikea does not want. They said, we feel a great responsibility towards our customers and want to ensure that they can always trust the Ikea brand and know what is really connected to it and what is not. All right, so you can finish reading the article yourself. I wanted to make a few more comments. So when the Stylkea lady got the letter from Ikea, she basically had three options of how to deal with it. The first one, she could surrender and say, yeah, give me my $105. I'll find a new name. I'll find a new domain name. Thank you very much. And I'm very, very, very sorry for what I had done to you. That won't happen again. That would have been the first way to approach this. The second way to approach this is to do what she's doing and say, nope, I'm not going to be intimidated. I did my due diligence. You're not going to win. If you want to go fight me, and I'll fight. That was the second option. And the third option would be somewhere in the middle, would be for her to go back to them and negotiate some more reasonable terms. Right, the time for transition so that she could make all the proper announcements to her 17,000 followers, give them the new name, make sure the domain name, the website resolves to the new domain name for some time. You can always negotiate things like that, and that would have been a quiet and probably very inexpensive way for her to continue doing business and continuing to make sure that everyone out there knows the old name Stylkea became whatever, and still be able to follow an order from her. So she went with the second option when she said, I'm going to fight this. And that's really a game of chicken, because now really there's two possibilities here. One is Ikea and Ikea's lawyers are going to use all their power, all their might to go after her with full force, drown her in motions, drown her in affidavits, drown her in all sorts of things that require a lot of time and a lot of money. Because even if you're not paying money to your lawyers, litigation takes a lot of effort, takes all of your focus. You can't focus on building a business if you're focusing on fighting off attacks from, lawyers of billion-dollar companies. It's not how it works. So that's the first avenue. The second avenue is Ikea may offer her a better deal now. At any point, if Ikea feels they're losing, or they just want to get this whole thing go away, they want better PR, whatever their reasons, they can come back and say, well, you know what, you may be right, $105 probably wasn't enough. Here's, X. We want you to take it. You're going to have a year for a quiet transition, and then we want you out of this brand once and for all. And we'll see what's it going to be. Because like I said, it's a game of chicken, right? If she wins, she gets better terms. She gets better terms, and she gets free PR from all the press that's following the case. And if she loses, well, then she loses. Probably that will be the last we'll hear about her if that's the case. Hope you found this useful. Subscribe now if you didn't, and get notified whenever the next one goes live. We post these videos every day. If you've got a brand that you want to protect, if you want a proper trademark search with a proper evaluation of your chances of your trademark going through, not this Stylkea type of due diligence, a real opinion of trademark professionals with decades of experience, then go to trademarkfactory.com, book a free call with our strategy advisors, and they'll tell you exactly how you would get that free comprehensive trademark search for your brand so you can get started right away. And until then, I'll see you in the next video.